Hello, in this video I will be making a consommé, chicken consommé from this really cloudy chicken stock that I made in a hurry a couple of days ago. It's not very good, tastes nice, but doesn't look very nice. And so I'm going to clarify it, and that's called that process, we call it a consommé. The main ingredient for doing that will be egg white. I've got some ground meat, minced meat, and some vegetables like a mirepoix and some herbs. It's going to add flavour, as well as serving a function of, it forms what they call a raft with the egg whites, and it filters out the impurities, and what you're left behind with is, hopefully, if I get this right, a crystal clear chicken consommé. And it's really good. Hopefully I won't mess this up, and I think you're going to really like this one. Alright, so you will need a food processor, or in this case a liquidizer. The recipe will be below. And I start off with the egg whites to get them a bit foamy. There goes in the herbs and the vegetables. And you're going to blitz this for a while before we get the meat in there. But you're trying to get this to form like a slurry. You do have to sort of shake your device around a bit. If you have to, you can add a drop of water in there. After about 5 minutes or so, hopefully, you should have that disgusting, revolting looking slurry. Isn't it horrible? And then I've had the stock just warm. Don't get it hot. If you do get it hot accidentally, just cool it down before you put this slurry in. Give that a whisk around to combine it evenly. Remove the whisk, and then over a low heat now, sort of gently, not constantly, like every couple of minutes, just move it around a little bit until the heat cooks the proteins in this slurry enough, and it starts to form the raft that we want. And you'll see, I go, ooh, okay, now it's sort of got a bit of body to it. Don't mess around with it now too much. And this raft will form. Okay, yeah, stop messing around with it now, Uncle Matt. All right, now, and we're going to now show you, and we're going to ladle. This is the technique now. We sort of ladle up some, like that. Already looking quite clear. And pour it over the raft. Now, because I've got the ground meat in this, you know, and it's going to add flavour, I want to keep this going for up to about an hour or so, whilst every now and again just ladling over a bit over there. And again, you can see the temperature. I've got this on a low to, you know, it's just a simmer basically. You don't want to boil this. Keep it on a low temperature, and we just keep pouring that over the raft. And we've had an hour, and it's looking very, very clear. And we've got to pass it. I'm using, so I've got another pan there, a sieve, and some muslin cloth. A J cloth will work as well, clean one. And you sort of start by trying to ladle it through. But then you realise, obviously, you're going to lose quite a lot of it. So then I try to I start scooping out the raft into another bowl. And that raft will also, over time, release quite a bit of juice. So you'll be able to sift that out as well. If you're tempted to eat this raft, have a try it and then go, eh. Because the flavour's all right, but the texture is just gopping. Absolutely horrible. But there we go. Yeah, we drained that. And now I'm showing you how lovely, crystal clear this consommé is. So it's technical, but it's doable as long as you follow the technique, the method. And look at it, you see the spoon through it and everything. Wonderful stuff. And then serving suggestions, do whatever you want with it. Just drink it out of the jug if you want. But it's quite nice. Don't overdo it. You know, just a few little bits of vegetables, some herbs, maybe little bits of chicken or the meat that the consommé is made of. But don't overdo it. And your guests are going to say, you are really clever. You made that. And you're going to say, yeah, I made that. Uncle Matt showed me. And they're going to do the tasting now. So there we have a technique for making a very, very cloudy stock, this case of chicken stock, into an extremely crystal clear consommé. Very refined, very delicate, absolutely delicious. It doesn't need any more flavour. You don't mess around with stuff like this. It's sort of a sign of it was always the sign of a very good French restaurant, if you like, where you can go and you get a really clear consommé. And I'd like to think that would be acceptable in most of the best restaurants. I hope so. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, do all that stuff you're supposed to do, like liking and subscribing and all that. Still pretend that works. And I'll catch you in the next video, coming quite soon. Cheers then. Bye. I'm refined. I am refined.